here we are in October, ready for Halloween. So I have some activities that I pulled together that have to do with Halloween, but they're from items that you can find very affordably or maybe even in your own home. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet. Let's do some Halloween inspired activities, and better yet, let's do it very affordably without spending money or maybe spending $1 here or there. So most of these items can be found at the Dollar Tree now or maybe in your own home. So look around and be inspired to create your own activities. I do have a playlist of activities that I've done in previous years. I'll put that down below in the description box so you can go back and see things that I've already done, because chances are they still apply this year. So my goal for you today is to get some ideas using some of the same basic material. So I'm going to show you several different activities that you can do with just a few things. So I'm going to definitely use these eyeballs. They come in a pack of 12. I also found these salad tongs. That's what they are. They're in the shape of bone skeleton hands. And I'm gonna use these ice cream, what am I talking about? Ice cube trays. I have the pumpkin one, and then they also have this spider web one, which I'm not gonna use for today's video, but I wanna let you know that it's out there, so if you already have this one, you could use that. And then I'm also gonna use this set of stampers. So with all of these activities, I'm gonna show you different variations, so be on the lookout at things that you already have at your house, things that you could substitute and just do the same kind of skill level with. All right, so I'm gonna empty out my eyeballs. There's something you don't think you're gonna say every day, into a bin here. And I just put it in this plastic container. You can put it in a Halloween themed pumpkin or a bowl. I don't have that right now, so this is what you all are gonna get. Then I'm gonna take my little skeleton hands here. Now these are fabulous because they are kind of curved, so you can actually put one of the balls in. So my first thought is that you could use this for a relay if you have a lot of kids, just transferring one ball using the hand like a spoon and going across in a relay and then transferring to the next person in their hand, and then vice versa. This skill is usually used with like eggs or balls and a spoon, so it's just an adaptation on that. So a relay race is a great activity for that. But not only that, as it makes a great fine motor scooper, so it's scooping them out from the bowl and then placing them into another bowl. And you can also use other things too, like the ice cube tray, which you have a simple one-to-one correspondence of getting the eyeball out for fine motor and then placing it, watching it roll away, and then placing it inside the ice cube tray. Now this took me a little bit of time to figure out how to do this. So if using the hands is a little too difficult, take out a different tool like a spoon, or maybe you have these like I do, which I have a link for these down below in the description box. And it's just a tool that can help you get them in there. So look around your house and see what you have. A spoon would work just fine too. And if you want a more difficult one, pull out your little hand to get them out. Other ideas for using this is putting these eyeballs into a bowl of water, or even for the holiday spirit, maybe a bowl of slime, which I don't have prepared, but if you had some slime, wouldn't that be fun to pull them out of the slime? Totally great sensory bin idea. If you don't have an ice cube tray, some other suggestions are just things you have around the house. This is a jewelry organizer or even a muffin tin. I got this one at the dollar store, but any of these containers will work well. It's more difficult with the smaller the hole. I like this one because it's pumpkin themed. It's easier if you have a bigger hole like the muffin tin, and then you can have something like this. It's just kind of in between. Just trying to give you some ideas for things that you might have around your house. So I did happen to find these pumpkin blank books at the Target dollar spot this year. I actually bought mine last year, so this is leftover that I kind of kept in my Halloween stash. It's just a blank book, but you could use, guess what, a piece of paper. And I'm gonna pull out my stamps here. There's 4 different ones. One of the easiest things to do with these little stampers is to go ahead and have your child stamp out in a row, 2 different types. I have the pumpkins on the top and the little ghost here on the bottom, and then to do some simple counting. So this would be an addition problem, 3 plus 4 on here, and you can do the whole book. Some other good things to do with these, of course, are patterns. For a simple pattern, you can have your child copy the pattern and then predict the next one after that. I printed out a free 10 frame printable. I'll put the link down below if you'd like to print out your free 10 frame printable as well. I'm going to fold it in half here because I'm going to use this like an addition problem as well. Now there are several ways you can do this in which you tell the child how many of each stamp to put in each 10 frame. So you could say you can put 4 of those or 3 of those, and then how much does that make all together. But you can also bring in something just like a die I have here, or even some dominoes. These came from Dollar Tree. You might already have some dominoes at your house. And your child can just pick one from a pile and use that as well. So one of the numbers will be the top domino, one will be the bottom, and they will stamp accordingly to what they have either rolled or what they have pulled on the domino. So I'm just gonna use the domino for this one, and then I can do 3 stamps on the top. There's my 3 spiders, and then I can do 5 on the bottom. And then they can count all together. So depending on what level your child is at, maybe it's just matching the number in each 10 frame. If your child knows how to add, then you can do the counting to do the addition. If you don't have these stamps around, maybe you have something like these little ants. I've showed this before in another video, I think last year. These are just little spiders, and you can do them the same way and use them as manipulatives on your 10 frame and count that way. So a little bit like that. These little spiders are also great for one-to-one correspondence and placing them inside the container. So tweezers work really well with this one. And I've also shown this in a video too, where you can make your own little spider web and put them in the spider web and get them out. Great opportunity here to use the die to roll and then place the correct amount of spiders inside the tray. If you're working on sight words or vocabulary, you can write them out on a card, index card, and scatter them around. I'm just gonna use these flashword cards and your little hand, and you can have a little bit of a what we call flashcard or sight word slap. So you will call out one of the words, and the first person to find it and hit it with their hands will win that word, and you keep on going until you have done all of the words, and the one with the most wins. So you would say have, and they would slap the have, and then maybe even move it themselves with the hand. If your child's not doing sight words, you can do the same thing with letter flashcards or even picture flashcards where you find the picture or you find the letter. You can also switch this around and do phonics. I'm looking for the card that says b, 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 and it's the B. What things are you doing with your kids this Halloween season? Leave me a comment down below. I love to hear your ideas because they inspire me too. Make sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this and give me a thumbs up to show your love.